Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Control for what might well be the last time. I'm really not sure. The DLC has gone a bit quicker than the Foundation one did, although the Foundation one was a bit tricky in places, so this one's been a little bit smoother in terms of its design. But, you know, I've done all the down bit, I've done all the bit on the right, I've done a good chunk of the bit on the left, so I've only got that little upper bit on the left, and then the bit up the top corner, which, I mean, might be bigger than it looks on the map. I really don't know. So, yeah, I don't know how long this is going to be. If it is quick, you know, if I do manage to do it in, like, under an hour, I've got a couple of things I could do to just a little bit of extra run time, as it were. But, yeah, this might well be the end. I really don't know. It'll be interesting to see, like, whoops, how it... I almost pressed the wrong button. It'll be interesting to see, like, how it ends, because... although this is supposed to be like the crossover with Alan Wake, there hasn't been a lot of Alan Wake in it. I mean, obviously we've had connections to Alan Wake, but Alan Wake himself has been rather absent from this. But obviously this is a dark room, and obviously the big creature thing, whatever the hell it's called, Hartman, is going to show up, and we've got to deal with him, presumably. I don't know, but no, big dark room like this, yeah, pretty sure I got to deal with him in some way, shape, or form. So we will sort of see how it goes. I can see something glowing over there. Not sure what that is. Hey, Kane! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's get in here and let's see what's what.
Lots of dark corners to hide in. Okay, let's get the lights on and clear him out.
What's going on? Where the hell am I going? Uh-oh. Where the hell's all the light gone? Ah. That works. Don't worry, I'm safe here. I think. Wait for my energy to recharge. Alright. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, oh, get up, get up, get up. Ow. That didn't explode, guys. Okay. I'm alive. Get snuck up on me. Okay, press the button again and get ready to move. Cock. I knew I shouldn't have used that dive bomb ability. It's not that good. Here's the thing, like, the dive bomb works okay, but if you miss your enemy, you are left totally exposed. You know, if you hit them, it worked great, but yeah, if you miss, you are so out of luck, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh crap. What do you do? You see, that works. Okay. Oh no, you're still open, aren't you? There we go. I see you down there. Lights. think I preferred the other area. That was more puzzly. Nice. Ooh.
Where's it running off to now?
I don't know, and I don't care. Mission dead in its tracks. Investigate the train altered item. Yeah, well, I was actually literally just about to do that if you'd given me 5 seconds.
Board?
Oh god, what now? Do I want to do this? Okay, sure, why the hell not? What's this?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
Makes sense. Ooh. Food. That looks pretty good. It's like a sort of steak with potatoes and vegetables. That is pretty much what I had for dinner last night, actually. That's coincidental.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
Okay. Ooh. Oh wait, this was a train that was deliberately turned into an altered item, wasn't it?
Oh my god, fire! Fire! Everyone, stay in your seats. In your seats. Nothing to stir. Sit down. Everyone, hold on!
And then presumably it's followed by this one. Train hurtling down the track and a loud crash. So do I need to like play them in order or something? Huh.
Well, that was chaotic. Felt like it was trying to tell me something.
Maybe I gotta do them in the right
I can
order.
make sense of it.
Okay, so
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
do that one.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds
one.
and please your ears as we
Stops,
wait for that
Alton,
delicious
Carlinville,
dinner to
Springfield.
roll right
That
on.
one. And that one.
Tickets, please. Tickets. Everyone, hold on!
Maybe not? Now what was this one?
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
So conductor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Alright, so maybe that one, then this one.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
Good
Then
evening,
this
all
one.
you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
And this one.
Oh my god, fire! Fire! Everyone, stay in your seats. In your seats. Nothing to stir. Sit down.
That seemed about the right order. I think. Ah, it was. Excellent. So yeah, what it was is I thought that one was first, but no, it was the hat, then that one. Like the rest I could pretty much work out. Like obviously the violin was before the food, just based on what he said. That one was pretty simple.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a ticket?
Oh.
You had a pretty dark ride, huh? But I hope you're done replaying it now.
Who knows? Right. So now we can explore the area. Ah, one of these places, huh? What was that? Okay, the Bureau has gathered concrete evidence that the train derailment was in fact the work of a para-criminal group known as Blank, which according to the Bureau's intel has shown no concerning interest in experimenting with the artificial manufacturing of altered materials. Knowing the group largely operates in the American Midwest, the Bureau worked alongside the FBI to ascertain their movements and rendezvous locations. This coordination provided agents with information that led to the arrest in conjunction with the AWE case. Under suspicion of involvement, Blank was brought in for questioning. The interrogation performed by Agent Blank resulted in the suspect being kept in holding cell for 2 days without food in breach of Para-Criminal Rights Act. Afterwards, the suspect confessed to his involvement in the Blank group, provided information to other members in exchange for his freedom. Interesting. Oh, excuse me. There was one. Let's see, where is it? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh, case files. Ah, train car. Also, item effect can be avoided by simply not entering it. Proper signage and barriers should provide sufficient containment. The item is currently held in the investigation sector, AWE West hangar, for ongoing investigations. The item exterior is out of a standard CZ-10 Vista Dome train car, largest known altered item on record. Its interior seems to be an adjacent reality related to a trauma or memory belonging to a Blank, not the physical item's own history. Causation for this link is still to be determined, but possibilities include the outside interference possibly responsible for the item's altered state. Yeah. Now there was one. Hang on. Now you may remember yesterday there was that one that, well, not yesterday, last time I streamed the game. There was something I pulled up and then accidentally got rid of because I was an idiot. This was the one. What I did is I went back and looked at the video and saw the title of it. So this is the one I didn't get to read last time. Following NASA FPC Coordination Agreement of 1972, Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau research to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of Blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Black Rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. This is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Makes sense. Hey Nova! It's kind of creepy that there are laws to arrest people for doing things while the government is actually hiding the existence of those things. Well, I think it's laws in a very sort of nebulous sense. They're probably like not public, you know, laws that the public can't really. Oops, don't need to do that. I should have dropped it. Fortunately, they don't break that easily. Now, apparently, there is like darkness around here somewhere, and I've got to destroy it. So I don't see it anyway. Gotta work out where it is first. I mean, you know, they don't want the spread of, you know, altered items and whatnot anyway, so it makes sense, I guess, that there are laws to this stuff. Ah, one. It looks like there are 3 in total. Man, why does everything suddenly smell so strongly of coffee? I've got a mug of tea. That's weird. Okay. Be another one around here somewhere. Just gotta find it. Okay. This is definitely where I need to find them, but I don't see them anywhere. Oh, we gotta look up, perhaps. That is entirely possible. Aha! Anything at all over here? Come on. There'll be something somewhere. Not that. Aha! Needs to be somewhere, I suppose.
Done. That should make him happy. You're welcome.
Nice. Now we can move forward. Right, missions. Oh yeah, I've also got to do that one at some point. I need to go back to the shifted offices. We can do that next time I hit a warp point. Hello, it's me. Oh crap. I really need to pay attention. Oh yeah. Open the damn thing, will you? Yep, that worked. Alert from the blank WA monitoring station indicated a minor blank activity occurring in the area. Agent Estevez was dispatched to investigate. Inside the blank lodge, she discovers the facility's former owner, Dr. Emil Hartmann. He had been converted into a shaded individual and displayed violent behavior characteristic of its type. Agent Estevez alerted the on-site research team to the specimen's presence and with some difficulty was successfully contained in a black rock cell. Cell and its inhabitants were transported safely back to HQ, where the specimen remained detained in the blank sector as part of the blank AW investigation. Once the investigation is closed, research teams will have permission to relocate the specimen to their sector for study. See, that's very strange. Oh, when the hell did I pick that up? Oh, it's because I got... Yeah, it's because I completed all these little tasks. Okay, well, that's fair enough. So that's interesting, because it was something I actually questioned, like, back in the last... session, I like wondered, you know, when did Hartman like become, you know, corrupted by the darkness? Because he didn't. Like, according to all the lore, he actually survived Alan Wake, and blimey, it is dark in here. I can barely see anything. Oh. And, yeah, because they interviewed him. So I guess he returned to Cauldron Lake and then got corrupted? Employee misdemeanor. Agent Samuel Turnbull committed a misdemeanor while performing his duties as supervising agent of Project Blank, designed to help undercover agents reassimilate to office duties. The incident began when he refused one of the operatives entry to the oldest house, claiming they had been compromised. The situation escalated. Agent Turnbull attempted to force a confession out of the bastard. The injuries afflicted the victim required a trip to the medical wing. Agent Turnbull denied any guilt, maintaining that the victim was some sort of pod person and that he, unlike his colleagues, could see their true intentions: to use the Bureau's connections to climb the ranks of government and eventually into the Oval Office. Despite breaching Bureau Offense Code 45, Agent Turnbull was given a leave of absence with full pay due to his sterling record. He'd be required to undergo a psychological evaluation upon his return. Yeah, that might help. Just a gnats, you know? Just a little bit. Pod person, honestly. That feels important. I don't know why. It just does. You know, I feel like this should have been a secret area or something, because it's just like, what's that? Oh, it's the radio. What is that? Oh, it's just the radio. Nothing secret. I also don't have a light at the moment, so I can't see a bloody thing. Strong glass. Oh, okay then. Guess we go back. Check there's nothing else. Alright, secrets. Secrets everywhere. We'll be fine. Okay, open it there. What now? Motel complaint. Hey Stu, did you hear about Fisher? Got himself in trouble in the motel. Why the hell did anyone volunteer to stake out that place? Gives me the creeps, but hey, at least he came back, if you can call it that. I saw some of the footage they pulled out of there with him. Tom down in evidence processing showed me crazy stuff. Fisher had the cameras pointed at himself all the time. I'm guessing he went nuts on day one. He did catch something though. Got one of those fiber optic cameras under the door of the room he was hiding in and recorded something out in the hall. Looks like a shadow, maybe human. Tom tried to get the quality up, but it's still blurry as fuck. Just reaffirms my position. Stay the fuck out of the hotel. Anyway, have some shum later. Lisa got up to an hour and 38 minutes yesterday. New record to beat. Yeah, if there's enough time sort of left, I may play another round of shum. It was kind of fun. I'd be curious to see what the other one was, because the first one was purely combat. I'd be curious if the other one was, well, not. But I don't know. Alright. Wom. Oh crap.
We need to get those lights on.
No kidding. Ah. Alright, gotta find Thor. Whoa! Not good. Works for me. Not good. Alright, try somewhere else. Could be some batteries or something in there somewhere. They're all behind these lock things, but I can't. Never mind.
We need another power core.
No kidding. Whoa! That's not good. Balls. That's quite tricky, because you've really got to go out into the darkness in order to get rid of all the nodes on each of those things. And I've got to do that 4 times. Oh, that's going to be a tricky fight. Okay, hang on. Wait for the thing to recharge. Okay. Whoop! Wait, give me that. Give me the... God damn it! Thank you. Blimey. enough, or do I need all 4? Nope, gonna need all 4. Great. Wunderbar. Right, I know which one it is next at least. Where are they? Hang on. Almost got it. I just gotta get over to that one. Alright. I think I got this.
Where's the switch?
Right here. There's a tricky one. I like that. I like how they're not just pure combat. It's like there's a little puzzle element involved in it. That's like good. I like that a lot. Down the hole through here, huh? Is there actually anything down there? Looks like there might be, actually. Alright, well, is there anything else? See a box. Ah. So wait, what's down the hole? Ah, another box. There we go. I was gonna say, like, what the hell? Can I not reach the thing? I was like, no, they wouldn't do something stupid like that, would they? I don't think I missed anything else. Do a pretty thorough run through the area before. I think we're fine. I think we're about as good as we're gonna get. That door probably ain't gonna be opening anytime soon. Okay, right, so back to the central hub. And then, presumably, into the Bright Falls AWE. Which is going to be a replica of Cauldron Lake Lodge, I believe, which is just perfect. Okay, before we go back, however, there is one thing I do want to do real quick. I need to go to... Do we go in that way? Do we go in the other way? I think we can go in this way. Because we're following that chain letter from the last session. Okay. That's the loading bay. I need to go back.
I guess I should just follow the tube.
That was not here before.
So you're the one sending out spam mail. And that takes care of that. No more superstitious blackmail.
Works for me, I guess. Nice and simple. Okay. Back to where I was before, and no, other way.
Director, ma'am, great timing. Hartman just came through here. God, he was hideous. He tore the security door into the Bright Falls AWE site wide open. He was so ugly, like, wow. I got a good look at him, and Christ, he does not look like he used to. The hiss must have messed him up or something. He looks like a bar rag that's been twisted by the world's strongest man. Or a monster from some 80s horror movie. You know, back when it was all practical effects. Ugh, nasty.
Real
Did you say
professional,
something?
Winston.
Remember, I can't hear you. Never mind, just go after Hartman. Ah, so disgusting.
I've written and rewritten. The darkness wants to hide the past to make me lose my way. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, and rewrite it. They are drawn to the mystery.
Interesting. It's happening again, huh? What you got?
I've written and rewritten. Deconstructed, reconstructed. Experimented with different voices. Changed the style, changed myself. Forgotten the language, relearned the language. Have I been here before? Gone down this path before? The darkness wants to hide the past to make me lose my way. You must know where you've been to know where you're going. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. My notes to myself. The only way to make progress, recap, then write more. The style then. Lose the fat. Make it clear. Ugly. Functional. Present. Be blunt. Only the brutal truth. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, rewrite it. Be clever, make them do the work, form the image in their minds. They make it, you just imply. Incept. They're drawn to the mystery, obsessed. You set it up, they put it together. Their interpretation, and there's only one because you give them no choice. And they believe in it because it's theirs now.
That is sort of the one thing I would say about this. It's been a nice little DLC, but there hasn't been that much, like, Alan Wake. I figured he'd have a bigger role in this, whereas this is just tying up a loose end from Alan Wake more than anything else. Of course, it gives me hope that we'll get an Alan Wake 2, or whatever they end up calling it. Because I think Control has sold pretty well, so I'm very hopeful that we will get a sequel to Alan Wake in some way.
Stuck. Let's go take care of it.
Well, I guess we'll see. Oh, crap. Where'd the other guy go? Where the hell did the light go? Kind of flung it at the guy because I wasn't expecting him to show up. Is that enough? I guess so.
Thank you for meeting with us again, Dr. Hartman.
It's my pleasure, gentlemen. I hope the information I provided thus far has been of some small use.
It's been invaluable, Doctor. Really, we have a much clearer picture of this event, thanks to your accounts.
Well, I do consider myself a keen observer of...
We did have one question, though. You mentioned in an earlier conversation that your patients displayed, and I'm paraphrasing here, unnatural abilities that you in fact encouraged during their time in your lodge. It'd be very helpful if you could fill us in on the details there.
Of course. Like yourselves, I work to understand and even bend the rules of our earthly paradigm. My patient's well-being was paramount, of course, but I would hardly be a man of science if I did not reach out at the underlying truth. As I stated in my written proposal, I believe working alongside your organization could be greatly beneficial to both parties. Sharing notes, as they say.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all we need to hear. Remy?
Dr. Emil Hartman, you have been found in breach of Codes 4, 8, and 74 of the Federal Bureau of Control Criminal Offense System.
What? You can't do this. I am a well-connected man. You're making a dire mistake, my friend.
You will be detained until further notice, and all personal property will be confiscated, including the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
That's preposterous. You can't just seize my property. I'm a United States citizen. I have rights. That lodge is my life's work. I'm offering you years of research.
Get him out of here.
You're making a mistake. You have to listen to me. You have to listen.
Can't exactly say I'm sorry to see that happen to him, considering what he did in Alan Wake. But such is the way it often goes, I suppose. Alright. Apparently we got a single ability point out of that. Still not quite enough to finish off, but whatever. Bonk. Bonk. Boom.
I've forgotten again. I had a plan. I know it. I've forgotten. He's coming. I've got to get out of here. Dive deep.
Interesting. What on earth is happening to
Whatever is going on with Wake, he clearly needs some help.
Yes, you should be providing it. What have we got? Oh. I guess... works for me. Burn it all. I feel like there's some symbolism here. Using a projector with Federal Bureau of Control to shine a light on the darkness? Yes, I'm sure that doesn't have any deep or significant meaning beyond just literally what we just saw. Absolutely positive of it. Oh, that is weird. Look, that doesn't actually shine on the opposite wall. Okay, that's... I don't know if that's a graphical oversight or if that was deliberate.
Going mad. Wake had to escape, right? His escape. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special. Something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence.
At least it wasn't a slide projector. True. Ooh, what was that about?
The story needed many beginnings, many springs, streams that turned into a river, a flood, and then an ocean. This was one. Wake used the materials he had, the connections he had, the people, the places. Wake put them in to make it true. His wife, the psychiatrist, his city. These connections, like magnets, move things. Alice was a conduit. She'd been in the dark place. The thing that had been Hartman sensed her near, sensed Wake through her. Went berserk, broke loose. Wake made sure Alice was already gone by then. Safe. The more springs, the more the story became real. The more people believed. Cause and effect. It was extremely delicate and hard work. It had to go through the path of least resistance where success was most likely. Where there was a connection already. Wake felt the pressure grow in his head. Going mad. Wake had to escape. Right. His escape. He was already out. He wanted to make it true. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special, something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence. Something that can't be translated. Translated. Wake channeled Burroughs and Bowie. He cut up sentences and words. Orange peel. You are home. Insane. He put them in a shoebox. He pulled out the words. Wake created a Dadaist poem. He'd try anything once. Or had he tried this before?
Interesting. So that is basically saying that when they invited Alice Wake, Alan's wife, to the Federal Bureau of Control after the Bright Falls incident, that is what drove Hartman nuts. That's how he escaped and the investigation sector was shut down. That's interesting. Yeah, wrong one. And whoop. Right, falls. After reaching out to the Bureau, Alice Wake was brought into the oldest house for an interview on blank 2017. See file blank for the full transcript. The interview conducted by agents I'm not sure how you pronounce that, and Dempsey revealed that Mrs. Wake had the recurring nightly visitations from her missing ex-husband in her New York apartment, address blank. Mrs. Wake appeared out of nowhere and rushes at her. Mr. Wake appears out of nowhere and rushes at her down the corridor. According to her impression, he appears crazy and horrifying, clearly coming at her with violent intent. Mrs. Wake believes that he is haunting her, insisting that he is not Alan but a fucking monster in his body. Mrs. Wake has not been sleeping out of the fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on through the night results in the relevant hallways bulbs breaking every night, possibly indicating involvement of the blank. Further investigation required. See, that could be her imagining Mr. Scratch, perhaps. Perhaps.
Another replica. Like the one they made for Ordinary.
I need a ranger sent to this location stat.
Let's put him down!
I cannot see a sodding thing. My light's gone out too, which is kind of annoying. Is that an elevator? Probably. Ah, that one. There's a... Oops. Ooh, can I flip that yet? Apparently not. You gotta find the last. Well,
Box him in!
Gotta find. Where is it? Oh, hang on. Is there? There is. I was there the whole time. Ow! Wow! 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 Stop that! Lever was over here. There we go. And pop.
You are creepy.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Okay, that's a thing you can do. And he's gone. I'd rather keep my distance from these things. Uh-oh. What did he do? Oh, damn it, he knocked out the goddamn... Hang on, I'm just waiting for the... There we go. Time to go. Crap! Stop teleporting, you bastard. Is he gone? Get him. Hooray! Oop.
Hartman won't be a problem anymore, Langston. But investigations need someone to run it. Interested?
I've seen what happens to sector heads, ma'am. No, thank you. Ma'am, I'm getting something on my terminal here, an AWE alert from Bright Falls, Washington. But it might be a glitch. The date's all wrong, a couple of years in the future. And we're in lockdown, there shouldn't be any incoming signals.
Maybe it was active before we went into lockdown? Are there agents on site?
Let me check. Agent Estevez is the field agent in charge of monitoring the site, so she should be there to let us know if the situation has been through any major changes recently.
Ooh, a couple of years in the future, huh? Hinting at an Alan Wake sequel.
Things set in motion. If the alarm's true, then so is the reason for the alarm. The effect must follow the cause. It's happening again. A return. You have been warned.
Ooh. I was hoping we'd be able to go inside the Cauldron Lake Lodge and it would be like a replica of the interior. That would have been cooler, I think, rather than just an outside bit that looks exactly the same as before. That would have been a better set piece, I think. So I think that's it. Yeah. There's nothing left. That's it. That's the game. That's I don't know, I was kind of hoping for a bit more, you know, I was hoping for a bit more Alan Wake stuff, like he was barely even in it. But it did leave off very much hinting at, hey, you know, there's you know, something happening in Cauldron Lake, you know, in Bright Falls, and I'm like, okay, you know, you're telling us that there is an Alan Wake sequel coming eventually, you know, now that Control is finished. I believe AWE is the last expansion for the game. Presumably they're going to be working on Alan Wake 2, which I'm very happy about. So I guess we'll sort of see what happens. Anyway, we've got a couple of things dotted around here. Getting Shade of Virtue's last reward. The effect precedes the cause. Events in the future influence the past. Did I see the Hideo Kojima cameo? No! I don't know where that is, or indeed anything about it at all, other than that I think you mentioned before that there was a Hideo Kojima cameo somewhere in this game. I don't know anything about it. Might be worth looking at. Okay, what we got? An unconfirmed threshold manifestation occurred at Cauldron Lake, WA. I think that's Washington, isn't it? The citizens of Bright Falls had gathered in the town's southwestern field for the annual festival known as the Deer Fest. Eyewitnesses all claim that the day was sunny, confirmed by reviews of the area's weather reports, but then no one at all. A thunderstorm appeared in the direction of the Anderson farm. A tornado rose from Cauldron Lake. Torrential rain that followed caused a flash flood. It was the day that had turned to night. Testimony from blank. Frank Beaker, the sheriff of Bright Falls, formerly a bureau agent, the employee file, managed to guide the crowd to safety as the festival grounds were destroyed by flood. The festival was cancelled, ending one day early. Lack of official bureau presence on the scene makes this event difficult to report. So Frank Breaker was, or Breaker or whatever the hell his name was, he was a former bureau agent? I can't remember if that got mentioned before. Dr. Yoshima Toki's Guide Imagery Experience. It's a quest started by finding an item in the extrasensory lab in the parapsychology area of Central Research. I may not have found it. I may have just accidentally, you know, got straight past it. I don't really know. mission. But I may drop in. What time is it? Well, it's just gone 4 o'clock. I will. Here's the thing. If I'll do a few more things. I'll go looking for that. There's a few other things I want to do, and we've got a few notes and stuff around here to read. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll do like a bit of a wrap up. A few things here, there, dotted around. See, I probably missed that because it probably required like an access card that I didn't have at the time, and I haven't gone back there since. So yeah, we'll take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll do, like I said, a sort of a quick wrap-up of a few extra miscellaneous things. I want to have a look at that Shoom again, because there was 2 options in it, and I only did the first one, so I want to have a look at the second one. So, yeah, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Okay, then. So, let's finish up by just exploring this area, checking out all the things I missed while I was running around doing the boss fight. Interesting stuff, I'm sure.
These are the notes of Dr. Emil Hartman. I am continuing my work alone again, since certain parties were too blind to recognize a golden opportunity. Despite my generous offers, the conversations came to naught. Some people simply do not value collaboration as I do. Though I believe now that it was for the best. The sort of bold pioneering work that I am undertaking cannot thrive under the shackles of bureaucracy and regulation. I have a history of seeking such partnerships. There was a time when I had hoped Alan Wake and I could collaborate. Together we could have produced art such that the world has never seen. But Wake was stubborn, egotistical. Writers usually are. Disappointing nonetheless. But now, like Tom before him, Wake has disappeared into Cauldron Lake. And this is where my work turns hypothetical. Since he was lost to the lake, Thomas Zane has been observed by various townspeople. This indicates to me that the individuals within the lake are not entirely gone. I anticipate Wake will similarly return one day. While I may harbor some resentment for the man, his raw talent and determination are undeniable. From this, I have concluded that the lake and the dark place within it are not as removed from this world as I previously thought. Given my acute awareness of what awaits within, my meticulous preparations, and my considerable education, I believe myself much more prepared than either Tom or Wake. I should be able to cross into that dark realm with the chance to return as they have. All that remains is the dive itself. It frightens me, I admit, but such is the burden of the truth seeker. I will take my plunge into the dark tomorrow, with only the light of knowledge to guide me. It is time for a breakthrough. Until I return.
So that explains how he got corrupted by the darkness. What a prick. On the day of the flood, the rock band All Gods of Asgard was rehearsing in a field outside the Anderson farm, the homestead of the band's members, Odin and Tor Anderson. Both admitted to being in a heavy state of inebriation at the time, having spent days drinking their homebrewed moonshine while celebrating Deerfest. After the townspeople were evacuated from the flooded field, Sheriff Breaker was asked by Freyr Anderson, daughter of Tor Anderson, to check on her father and uncle. Breaker drove to the Anderson farm and found the band members alive but in need of medical aid. Tor Anderson had been struck by lightning, and Odin Anderson had cut out his own right eye. Possible reference to Norse deities and blank and blank. They claimed they had fought and valiantly defeated a dark army of the Scratching Hag, rising from Cauldron Lake. Huh. While impossible to verify, these events are relevant to the recurring AWE at Bright Falls and the Cauldron Lake. Odin and Anderson have been listed as persons of interests. Were they listed as having kids in Alan Wake? I don't remember, but I do remember one of them did have an eye patch. So, yeah, that makes sense. Stop blinking at me with the missions, will you?
This must be where they studied Hartman. Kinda looks like Dylan's cell. I wonder if they treated him as badly.
How did he break out? Uh-oh. For goodness sake. Gotcha. That was busier than I was expecting. Right. Any more notes or indeed anything at all to read before I head off? Oh yeah, a couple of things. Wake photograph. Whoops. Look at this photograph. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would expect. Wake evidence. A photograph of Alan Wake captured by Alice Wake during an event at her home. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband, or entity resembling him. See file blank for more. Being a professional photographer, Mrs. Wake positioned cameras with motion sensors around the corridor he appears in. I managed to capture an image of Alan on film. During an interview with Mrs. Wake, she mentioned that her favorite camera, a blank model, was lost in 2010 during AWE 35. No match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE 35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. Interesting. Remember. Oh yeah, that's right, she did. She used to take pictures on her camera. Yes, I remember that. They introduced that like right at the start of the game, her snapping pictures of him and stuff. Yes, I do remember that now that they mention it. I will be playing Alan Wake soon, whenever I get around to it. I've got so many games I want to play on. It's a case of literally finding time to like push them in, you know? Nice. Night screens communicate phase 4. Scientist turns from what used to be his director, now transformed into a stranger, an alien that only resembles the director in form. He drops his all-important clipboard as he stumbles towards the closing portal, but the horrible entity is already rushing through it in a flow of insanity and chaos. The scientist becomes caught in it, and the entity devours him, screaming as it enters our world. The director lifts his pistol to his head. His hand is steady, sure in its finality. Director, or so I thought. Camera fades to black. gunshot is heard. Yeah, which pretty much tells us the story that, you know, we had before. Whoops. Oh, cool, you can do that. I didn't think you could. Okay. Anything here that I didn't get before when the lights were off? Oh no, doesn't that bring back memories? I remember that. Yeah, you kind of go along here, and you kind of come along here, you go along there, you go up there. It was like a bookshop. Yeah, it was fun. Ah, memories. Yes, I remember. I remember in all its slightly funny facial expression to people. Ah, memories. Cauldron Lake Lodge. Yep. Ah, memories. Good times. Good times. Really? Wow, those are some strong cans. No, that worked. Oh, that is an Alan Wake reference, isn't it? Because yeah, one of the collectibles quote that you can do in the game is you can shoot down stacks of beer cans. I'd completely forgotten about that. Huh. Cool. Okay. Right, so let's take the elevator back up a sec. And we will check on Shum. I think it's down here, isn't it? Ideas. Oh, you can't. Balls. I was wondering, oh, maybe I can like dash out and see what's underneath it. But I do have a thought. Another idea occurs. If you'll give me a moment. Nah, nothing important underneath there. Now, where was Shun? It was around here somewhere. Kind of disappointed me to get another Langston Rabble. I'd be honest with you, I was almost expecting it myself. So yeah, crowd control we did. So what's deadline? Is it just more combat? If it is just more combat, then well, I'll play it. But you know, kill enough enemies before time runs out. Okay. Hello. Oh, okay. Somebody's got a big grenade launcher around there somewhere. Where are you? Uh-oh. was that? Explosions, right? Bloody figures. That wasn't too bad. That actually went quite well. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah. Nice. What the hell does Shroom 2 have? Can you even use it? Oh, no, you can't. Former, the Anchor, Mold 1. Oh wow! You can replay bosses. Oh, that's really cool. You can replay the ashtray maze. That's awesome. Okay, and I'm assuming, yeah, you just get like harder versions of those things. So one's a time challenge and one's a basic combat challenge. That's cool. I like that you can replay bosses. That's actually a really, really nice touch. Like, you don't get stuff like that normally. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Just take a moment to sort out my inventory. Okay, well that's good. That means, I mean, the fact that you can replay the ashtray maze is in and of itself amazing, because the ashtray maze was a brilliant set piece. I kind of wish I didn't have to have sped through it because of the song. It was just slapping you with about a bajillion copyright strikes and stuff. Let me check. Can I can. Excellent. All the way up to max. I've also got 2 ability points, but I don't think I can spend anything with just 2 ability. No. No, I need another 2 to get anything. Still, I've got most things here, so, you know, I don't know how I go about earning more ability points. But, okay. Now, Nova mentioned... the quest is started by finding an item in the extrasensory lab in the parapsychology area. Parapsychology. Central research, huh? Psychology. Here we go. Extrasensory lab in the parapsychology area. Central research. Or psychology. Same thing, right? Extrasensory lab, huh? Now that is former, of course, as we now know. That is the Threshold Kids video. We probably already saw that. What's this? Is it a maze? I don't remember running into a maze before. Yeah. Those things are always happening. Ow. Yep. No, okay. Gotcha. Oh shit. Oh well. Sensory lab. Here we go. Might be somewhere around here. Now I don't know what I'm looking for. Truth be told, it's just I've been told it's here. I guess we'll see what we can find. If, you know, anything. You think that would be a thing, but apparently it isn't. Maybe it was earlier and it just doesn't work now. That's... oh, there. That's something. Well, I don't see what I'm looking for. There's no icons or anything like that. I don't see any buttons or anything I can interact with. Like, literally nothing at all. There's no blinking icon saying, hey, you can interact with this. So either A, it's something that's deliberately subtle and obtuse, or B, is just nothing. Still around, Nova. Where is this Hideo Kojima Easter egg? Do you know the details? Can you point me in the right direction if you're still around? Because I ain't seeing anything. I wonder if it's like only available on the PlayStation version of this game. Wouldn't have thought they'd do something like that, but it could be. Because I ain't seeing anything. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the Sorry, just reminding myself of what the hell everything is. Okay, I'm not seeing what it is I'm supposed to be interacting with here, like, at all. So alright, let me just Google this 1 second. Hang on. Let's see now. It says it's just in there. So according to them, it should be an item in here somewhere. I'm wondering if it's this and it's just not working for me for some reason. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me, but if that is it, then for some reason it's just not working in my version. Which is a bit disappointing, actually. I was kind of thinking, oh, that would be sort of a fun little thing, but it might just... Either A, it's bugged in my game, which is possible, or B, it's not in the PC version? Let me hang on. Control... Ah. Right. Okay, then that's... Yeah, okay, so according to this, it might be PlayStation exclusive. Should be a note by Pod 4. Yeah, it should be right here. There should be a note right there, and there isn't. So either A, I picked it up earlier in the game, and for some reason the quest didn't trigger, or according to one thing I just read online, I think it's exclusive to the PlayStation version of the game. So that might also be why it's not there, which is a bit disappointing because that would have been pretty funny to see. But yeah, so I had a quick look online. It looks like that's just not in this version. It looks like that's just, you know... Oh, here we go again. So, yeah, it looks like I can't do that one because it's just not in this game. Or at least it's not in this version of the game because apparently it's PlayStation exclusive for reasons, I guess. Brain! Destroy the brain! Okay, well, I guess I can't do that then. So, that being that, I guess that's about it. Sorry for the slightly disappointing ending there, but in my defense, that wasn't my fault. Yeah, it looks like... Tied to a season pass. I don't think this version of the game I got ever had a season pass. So, yeah, I think they just released... Because this is like the complete edition that's out on Steam right now, so it's entirely possible that I guess they just skipped it, or it may have been a pre-order bonus, or maybe it's PlayStation 4 exclusive, or whatever, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. There's not really much for me left to say or do. This was Control, and I will say it's not a perfect game by any stretch. There's a lot of things in this game that I think aren't really necessary. Like, you know, it feels like they put it in because game, you know, and I have talked about this before. You know, like, I don't think the weapons need all the equipables. That just seems kind of pointless. I think having just a flat upgrade line or maybe just an upgrade tree for each individual weapon would have been better. I think that, I mean, in and of itself, I like the fact that you have the different weapons that are all like one gun that you can just change its forms. I like that idea a lot. I think it's annoying that you can only ever use two, because that means you really do have to pick and choose, despite the fact that all the enemies will like have their one weak weapon, which means you either need to pause the game in the middle of a fight when a new enemy type shows up, which obviously stops the flow of the fight because you want the fight to keep going. So you either have to pause the game and start switching shit out, or you have to just make do with what you've got and hope you don't die. So it might have been better if there had just been, you know, just like a weapon select wheel or something like that. You know, you hold down a button, a wheel pops up, you select something and you swap over with like slow time going on or something like that. That probably would have been better than only allowing you two options, I think. Then, you know, the upgrades that you get for Jesse, those actually work really, really well. I think they could perhaps be, like, tweaked a little bit. You don't need as many, and I think having so many was... I mean, it's worked fine, and there was plenty of points to go around, so it's not a big issue, but it is something that perhaps you could use a little refinement rather than a replacement, I think, on that one. The story was really interesting. I liked that a lot. It had just enough of that sort of level of obtuseness to just really be interesting, because it makes you think about it a lot, and I think that is very enjoyable and very entertaining. In general, gunplay and gameplay, very good, very fun. Once you get the hang of it. Like, it took me several sessions before the game clicked, and I realized what it was you actually had to do. Because the game starts off with you having so few abilities and your enemies are so strong compared to you that the opening hours of the game can be quite frustrating. But once you sort of get a few upgrades and you can push past it, then the combat becomes a lot more fun and a lot more engaging. Aside from that, yeah, like I said, it's not a perfect game. If we do get like a Control 2 at some point in the future, or some kind of Control Alan Wake crossover might be headed our way, I don't really know. Like, I mean, like a proper game, not just like a DLC. Then that could, you know, as I said, it just needs what they've got is great. They just need to work on it a bit, refine it a bit, cut out the fat, and honestly, you know, the next Control game could be really, really good fun. But by the sounds of it, the next game they're going to be focusing on is Alan Wake 2, which I'm really, really happy about. You know, I'm kind of glad that Alan Wake hasn't just been forgotten. That, you know, obviously, you know, because it's like, oh, we're getting something from Bright Falls, but it's several years in the future. I'm just like, okay, clearly they want to work on Alan Wake 2 next. So fingers crossed for that. Obviously, when that comes out, I will play. As I said, I do have Alan Wake, the original game, on my my dock to play eventually. You know, my list of games on the docket. Docket, that's the word I was looking for. Not dock, docket. So that will be at some point in the future. I don't know when I'll get around to it. It's just a case of whenever I get around to it, you know. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.